take us through the experience of Austin. What was it like to compete for Big 12s and explore the city?
Well, conference is my favorite meet. Probably, I think the rest of the team could say that. But it's just the excitement in the air is way different than dual season. We're probably the most annoying and obnoxious team that walks in, but we like that. It was different this year for the diving, I think, was because there was somebody that made it to finals every day, and that hasn't happened since I've been here. And that amped up the divers, I think, a lot more, seeing someone be in finals. I finaled the first day and the second day, and then both Perry and Amanda finaled the third day. So,
what does it do to the team mentality to see someone in the finals every day?
It's awesome because the swimmers get to be there for finals, and they're not there for prelims. And so they kind of get to see what we do in championship season too. And so it just like the energy is way higher than it is in dual season when it's like a 15-minute break for the swimmers and then we're diving for a little bit. But it's great because everyone's there and there's high energy the whole time.
Sam, you talked about using these speakers that go around on robots and how all the teams down there thought you guys were annoying. What does that bring to you from an emotional and mental standpoint?
Oh, I love it. Like, we were walking in the third day, and we had our boombox, and Iowa State was walking in too, and they all had their headphones in and just like to themselves, and we're sitting there all dancing, like 30 girls dancing and just having fun with it. Like, it shows that we're not just there to compete, but we're there to have fun, and we're there as a team, and we're all supporting each other the whole time.
What did you get a chance to like explore Austin at all?
I did not. My mom did, and she brought back donuts for us on the last day, but no, I was mainly, because I made it to finals for each of my events, I just stayed at the hotel and relaxed the whole time. But
what's it like making it to finals every time from a physical and mental standpoint?
It's mentally exhausting. The first day, the girl that I knocked out of finals, we were neck and neck the whole time, and I was actually the first diver for that round, so I had to wait till 18 girls finished to know if I made finals. And then the second day, I was actually in 9th, and there was an exhibition diver. And so I got bumped to 8th, and like both times they were just like by slim chance of making it, and it was just so cool to like actually go and make it.
What went through your head when you did get that 8th spot to go to finals?
I made it. That's it. Like, I was like, you get another chance to basically prove, because from prelims to finals I competed the same list, so I was like, I have a chance to fix what I messed up in prelims.
What's it like preparing for a prelim versus a final?
I think preparing for prelims is way harder because that's where you make it or break it. That's where you make it to a final or you don't. And so I get almost mentally exhausted from prelims than I do finals because I know what I messed up in prelims and I know how to fix it by that point. And I know what the judges are looking for, and I know exactly what I have to do to be where I am.
Would you rather win a B final or be last in an A final?
Be last in an A final for sure. Yeah.
It's just a bigger stage, or why? What's so significant about the A final?
The difference between swimming and diving is the B finalists don't get to come back and perform again, and so the B finalists, we don't have a console, and so they don't get to come back and show again. So I rather come back and give it all, even if I messed up, and I know I tried, than not be able to have that second chance.
You qualified for zones. What has that experience been like?
Well, right now, this is the first year that we only have a week in between from conference to zones, and so I'm basically just on the same schedule as I was before, so nothing's really changed. But zones is one of my favorite meets just because we're there with a lot of teams outside of the Big 12, and I just like to see coaching styles and different girls' styles, and it's a really fun meet, and there's a lot of diversity in diving when you go to a big meet like that.
Is it different training now that the swimming season is over, like without as many people?
For sure. The hardest part was like yesterday I practiced by myself, and it's just my coach and I for a little bit, and it's really easy this was 2 days ago, sorry, but it's really easy to let your energy levels go down, and like you get more frustrated because your teammates aren't there to help you amp up. So I just think when it's one-on-one, it's a little bit tougher on yourself, I guess.
How do your thoughts, like mental aspect, change from training to competing in a dual meet and then at a high level like the Big 12s?
I stay the same the whole time. I just, like, especially this year, I've tried to keep telling myself that I've been doing this for so long, it's no difference. There's no difference from competing at a dual meet to conference. It's the same people and it's the same judges. Zones is a little bit more intimidating because there's coaches there that don't see you dive all the time. And so versus having the Iowa State coach who's seen me dive multiple times throughout the year versus the LSU coach who hasn't seen what I do. And if I mess up, he's probably like, well, is that how she dives? Where the Iowa State coach has seen me dive multiple times and like kind of knows.
When you're competing and you're climbing up the ladder to the diving board and walking to the edge, what goes through your head?
So I don't think at all until I hear my name. So when the announcer says Nadia Khechfe, that's when I like turn my head on. Like I literally will think about the music or the song that I was listening to until I hear my name, and then that's when I throw my chamois down and I just go. Like I try not to think about it at all because I've seen in the past when I do start to think, that's when mistakes start to happen, and I let my adrenaline kick in too much and I don't know how to control it. So yeah, not thinking.
How do you keep your emotions down? Like I guess listening to music helps, but I feel like most people would just keep thinking, is it experience or?
I really don't know. I have Flappy Bird on my phone, and sometimes I'll play that in between rounds just to like not think about it. I don't know. I like to watch all the other girls, but I like look at it as a practice. I just try not to think. And this was the first year that I think I was successful at that, because in prior years I'd let myself think sometimes and then sometimes I wouldn't, and that's when I mentally wasn't there.
What's your goal for zones?
I want to get a PR on both boards for sure. This season was a little off for me. I didn't compete in all the meets, and being in not having as many chances to prove what I've worked for this year. And so I think I'm in a good spot right now to at least get personal season best, I guess.
How are you going to train this off season for next season and prepare to do even better?
I think since it's my senior year, we won't be trying to change as much. It's all about perfection, and I like that. I don't really like changing what I'm doing, and so it's all going to be about perfecting what I was doing now. I only have a year left, and so being at that point, there's no point to change what I was doing.
What was your favorite memory from this season or Big 12s?
Oh, that's hard. The best thing that happened, Bill Self came to Big 12s, and he and Dr. Zanger, and they kind of gave us a little motivation speech to talk about, or that they talked about with us. They came in and watched one of our relays, and then they pulled us into a room and gave us like, you guys are here to do what you do. Second place is great. We had our personal best in history for this team, and it was really cool to hear from Bill Self, like, that we are appreciated in what we do, even though we're not the big money revenue sport on campus, but we are still appreciated, and that was good to hear from Dr. Zanger and Bill Self.